We're gonna knock out the day's outlook and give you guys a little show for those of you that are on the run. Gonna keep this one short and sweet. So without further ado, I'm going to get us right on over to screen share and get talking charts. All right, so all right, well, funny enough, I actually just did a show and I did the whole show without pressing record. So I'm going to try to remember everything I said. Something funky going on here. We have a little liquidity gap. We have this is just funky. Let's leave it at that. It's just funky. Now, what we do have is a pretty consistent perps, perps bid dominant band here. A lot more buyers and sellers waiting in the book, which is pretty good for the perps. Perps tend to be they have more to risk, they have more to lose. I think the worst traders that have been trading perpetual inverse swap contracts are probably back to their day jobs. So when I see perps trading in a bear market, or even long after an all-time high, I tend to think that these are the more skilled individuals that are still around, still able to feed this trading habit. So yeah, what the heck happened? I'm gonna check this real quick because Patrick is saying I just went live and I feel like I did, but something was weird. Something was weird. I don't know. Look, I'll do the show again. Heck, there'll be two shows with similar content. One of the things that I brought up too was that, look, we have CME gaps overhead. We have a tiny CME gap here that I just drew in. We got our CME gap down low at 19,965, 21,110. And I don't think this is going to be the more likely fill as opposed to the CME gap we have overhead at 34,455 to 35,925. with a tiny $15 CME gap overhead at 31,925 to 31,910. It's very possible we get a fill on that. And yeah, what's up, motorist? Morning, Ryan S. Great to see you guys. Much love, peeps. And Karen, yep, much love to my brothers and my sister Karen right there. Great to see you. So yeah, what I was saying is, look, I think we need to clean this CME gap up first. I think it's the most likely outcome. All this bullshit selling going on right now is just so forced, so mechanical, so inauthentic. I don't think it's a legitimate whale that's actually able to stop the price from going up. I think in all likelihood, this is probably just someone in a distribution phase of their own life, and they're just trying to do it properly, and they're doing a very poor job at it, by the way, because they could get a much better sell value had they just if they just wait a little bit. So these guys must be in sick debt to be dumping their bags like this, man. Freaking amateurs. So anyways, that being said, let's move on over to the CME gaps again. What I was saying, we clear this up, right? We get this little doofus whale that's trying to cap the price right now, and probably in all likelihood will fail. And by that, I mean, will succeed to get his orders filled, but could much more easily gotten them filled at a higher price for equal effort. So point is, we clear the CME gap at the $34,000 to $35,000 range, start making our way up, and obviously, but the gap as high as 53,535. Look, let's hope we get there. I think it's possible, and I'll explain why. But first, we got to get above the CME gap here at 35,000. I think that's legit resistance. The reason why I think some stronger overhead targets are a possibility are because we have nothing but thin air overhead. After 32,000, 33,000, we fall off. There's absolutely no sellers in the book. They will show up at some point, but right now what we can see is thin air overhead, and that's what the type of action we get there is all-time high behavior. Wild, absolutely insane buying, emotional buying that pushes price very far because there's a complete lack of liquidity. So I think this is very interesting, a very interesting setup for what could be a fun summer run, a very fun summer run. Could be interesting. So that being said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else off the top of my head we need to bring up. Nothing right now. Our charts are looking okay. Seller's being a doofus and doesn't really know what he's doing. Probably get rid of his bags down here, but price is probably trending up. All right, everyone. Well, do your push-ups, do your sit-ups, turn your shower water cold every day, do all the most beautiful things you can do to make your body and mind as strong as they possibly can. And I wish you all the absolute best today. I'll be popping in a little later for a Bitcoin lounge where I smoke a cigar and chill with you guys. And for anyone watching who is interested, I'm also opening my consulting business again. I cover topics from Bitcoin education, general technical analysis education, as well as a particular focus on Saz signals and my signals themselves and how to interpret order book analysis. So anyone interested in any of those things, don't hesitate to reach out and we can schedule a meeting. All right, man. Much love to you all. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And